What is your high school crush doing now? I think she is climbing mountains and traveling the world, or at least some of the world. Meanwhile, I haven't left the safety of my house in 8 months. So I guess you can say we are both happy. He's married to his high school girlfriend. When I was a sophomore, he was a senior and I wrote him a note and asked him out to get coffee. He was so polite about turning me down. Todd, you beautiful man, if you're reading this, hi and thanks for not crushing a 16-year-old to pieces. Edit. For everyone asking, he told me he was very flattered I had asked him on a date and politely declined because he was in love with his girlfriend, now wife. He was cordial and honest. After that he would wave to me in the hallway when we passed each other. Everyone should be nice like Todd. I went home for a weekend about 3 weeks ago. I've been away for 20 years, with visits maybe once every 2 years. I'm married, 2 kids, good life. From what I know about her, she's married, 1 kid and is a teacher. I was shopping at the local grocery store and I saw her. I was flabbergasted. She looked the same as an HS. I however have gained 70 pounds, went bald and have a thick luscious beard. I got nervous. We were amazing friends from the time we were 5 until I left for school at 19. We did a lot of stuff together. I missed an opportunity to say hi in an aisle, I was too nervous. We ended up checking out at separate lanes at the same time. I'm sure I was staring at her. She walked by on her way out and I chickened out again. She loaded her bags in her SUV and I loaded mine. I started my truck and drove over to her and rolled down the window and said Holly? She said nope, I'm Robin Woods. I was actually thinking about her the other week. She graduated and never got on social media, so I never was able to befriend her on Facebook. None of my friends even remembers her. I describe what she looked like and everything, so I'm thinking she never existed and I'm just crazy. She's married to a guy in the MLB. Before me she dated another guy who made it to the NBA. I'm decent at beer pong and throwing a frisbee though. So, she's hot. From the sounds of it, ungodly hot. She actually published a book last year, finished an MBA, and works in banking outside of that. I assume she's doing pretty well. I'm fairly happy for her, though she kind of spiraled into a I'm very insecure about my life, so I'm going to talk down to you about everything period. I haven't talked to her in any meaningful capacity in a couple of years now. Though I hope she's going pretty good. Watching TV in our room. We reconnected almost 20 years after high school. I'm planning on proposing next month. She is a therapist and happily married. How does that make you feel? Tell me more about that. I have to. I haven't kept up with them, but this question inspired me to look them up on Facebook. One of them is studying political science at Yale and will be starting law school in the fall. The other one hasn't posted anything on Facebook in years, but his profile picture is a photo of him drinking Jack straight out of the bottle. Recently found out I was the high school crush of my high school crush. Oh, the chances we don't take. Until you ask, the answer is always no. And after you ask, a lot of times the answer is still no. Sometimes it's you, no. She was an exchange student who I was absolutely over the moon for. We had a few dates and I think she was fairly sweet on me, but didn't want to get too involved with someone who would soon be on the other side of the world from her, and I think a little bit of cultural stigma at play as well. Now she's a professional athlete of some note, I think she competes with her national team. Naturally I still have vague notions of us getting back together someday. I'm not sure, but I know he did get a teaching degree so hopefully he got a good job and is enlightening kids somewhere. I actually went to the same college that he did, and just before he graduated I simply sat down with him and confessed that he had been my crush back in high school. He turned bright red and said he was surprised he was anyone's crush. He was caught up in sports and extra classes and didn't date much. He thanked me and gave me a hug, and somewhere in my head my 16-year-old self shrieked with glee. She met someone like a decade ago and they've been married for many years now. He's a good dude and I'm happy for her. They are both good people. Great attitude. You just don't see the tears. She's married, 2 kids. I think she's a stay-at-home mom, but I'm not 100% on that. We were best friends from like age 8, lived down the street from each other our whole lives. After HS we fell out of touch, and although I've thought about her from time to time, I never looked her up. About a year ago her mom added me on FB, so I did a little light stalking, saw she was married with kids and left well enough alone. I'm happy for her. She's spiraling out of control due to severe mental health issues. She refuses treatment and craps on any attempt from anyone to give her advice on how to cope with it. She's afraid of treatment but can't seem to do anything about it on her own. Ironically, she's in school to become a psychologist. I just googled her. Yeah, she's still hot. Did you then Tracy Jordan Google yourself? Of course. How else would you do it? Got back together with him after 38 years apart. We had 8 wonderful years before he died of cancer. He's been gone 3 years now and the loss is still fresh. But I am so glad we had those 8 years. I am so sorry for your loss, but I am so happy that you two found each other again, albeit for such a short time. I'm sure that you made those last 8 years of his life memorable and amazing and that he loved you immensely. Divorced after cheating on his ex-wife and trying to wiggle his way into my life. No thanks. Blonde, married a Hispanic guy, has with 3 kids, happy. I'm a Hispanic guy married a blonde but no kids, yet, and also happy. Guess we were each other's type but didn't click. I have 2. One is happily married to her wife and serving the military. The other is in the FBI. I think I have a type. Did she know? Now she will. I'm just here hoping to find out I was someone's high school crush. He's living with his boyfriend on the coast of California. No, I didn't know he was gay. Same here, but he's in Chicago now. Weird how things work out. Edited to add, no clue he was gay. It was high school and we never did more than hold hands because we dated as freshmen and grew apart. We did go to a few dances together and to this day he's the best dance partner I've ever had. On or off Broadway. She came out as a lesbian and started dating my best friend. I have since come out as gay, so we're all just friends now. Life finds a way. He's on a snowboard trip with our 11-year-old daughter. Damn, I guess they just cut out the third wheel. 5 kids from 5 different guys. You dodged that bullet. I agree, I feel like Neo. She's married but we recently met up a couple years ago, which was 9 years after graduation, and we slept together. It brought some insane feelings back. I think it did for her too. Several months after that she told me she was getting married in an almost apologetic email. I wasn't sure what I was supposed to say, so I congratulated her and told her I was happy for her. She's the one that got away twice. Make this a ritual. Every 9 years, meet up, hook up, go back to life. On the 3rd cycle, have a notebook like romance and live happily ever after. She sent me a Facebook message recently when I updated my relationship status with my current girlfriend, saying she liked me since high school. We're 25 now. I haven't lived in my hometown in 3 years and I'm in a very happy relationship now. Maybe you should have told me this when I was really into you and we went to school together. But what do I know? Obviously break up with current GF to go out with a girl who liked you back in high school and didn't decide to tell you till 7 years after you graduated. He's married, had 2 fabulous kids, him and his wife own a ranch where it looks gorgeous. I'm divorced, unemployed, trying to restart my life in my mid-40s and it's hard. The one from the first half of HS is an actress in New York City and engaged to a British guy. The one from the latter half is an actress in Chicago, is British herself and is dating some guy with one eye who likes to surf Reddit. We reconnected after college and pulled the whole rom-com I had a huge crush on you, I didn't know you had one on me too thing. We've been officially together for almost 3 years now and she's the best thing in my life. I did not see that coming. I think he's married to his high school sweetheart, meanwhile I just choked on a Dorito. If it makes you feel any better, I divorced my high school sweetheart. And I wish I had some Doritos. Living a pretty decent bachelor life it seems. Just bought a condo, travels a lot to fun places, has a good group of dude bro friends, and is really close with his family. Still very handsome, so I'm sure he's doing well for himself lol. Probably taking a nap in our bed with our puppy. Been dating since 2nd semester grade 10, we'll have been together 9 years this March. That's so sweet. My crush in grade 7 broke my heart by going out with another girl, but it turns out they were just meant for each other. They dated through high school, married young, had kids, have moved cross country a couple of times, and it's been about 30 years now, so I have to assume my crush made the right choice. Worse, I must admit that I genuinely like his wife and she's aging really well. Lol. Anyway, I wish you both the best in your own future.